I was gonna make a video on the latest mishaps floating around the internet with this guy. At 8 a.m. this morning, I woke to find out that Liam Payne, age 31, has passed away. I didn't realize that he was only 4 or 5-ish years older than me. I still feel so young. Like, that is a crazy age to see someone passing away.
Liam was one of the 5 members of One Direction. If you haven't heard of them, I would be surprised because I swear they're like the biggest boy band group of my generation. They were lassoed together in 2010 by Simon Cowell whilst they were on the British X Factor. They were massive. Like, girlies went crazy for One Direction. Some people might argue that some members were more popular than others, but I swear that this was one of those groups where everybody knew and loved all of the boys.
Well, I was here in 2008 and I made it through to Simon's house in Barbados.
14 years of age, Liam came so close to making it happen.
I've made a decision. It's bad news.
I know what it's like to be thrown out and I don't want to have that feeling again. I just want to get through.
We've decided to put you through to the judges.
I've gone with my heart. You're through.
I'm Louis, I'm 18. I'm Harry, I'm 16. I'm Niall, I'm 17.
I'm Liam, I'm 17 and I'm from Wolverhampton.
I'm Zayn, I'm 17.
Many people's hearts were just like shattered when they disbanded in 2016.
Usually I would never make a video on such a sensitive topic, but there was a whole reason as to why I actually wanted to speak on this resurgence of drama that I saw pop up this week. So I am actually going to touch on that. Okay, we are jumping the gun a little bit. As you can tell, I have so many thoughts going on inside my head right now. I want to actually read you the article. My phone is still on charge. This is how impromptu this is. The star's body was found in the courtyard of the hotel of Buenos Aires, Argentina, after falling from a balcony. Alberto, who was the head of the state emergency medical system, he said that the star fell about 13 or 14 meters. I haven't gone to that part in the article yet, but it's 3 stories. The thing that really scares me is the quotations of severe injuries which are incompatible with life. Incompatible. He added the authorities were investigating into the circumstances of his death and would conduct an autopsy. It's really hard when you have like 100 different newspapers all reporting different things and then they're all quoting each other. So he had been staying in the 3rd floor of the Casa Su Halmo Hotel. Butchered it, respectfully butchered it. It is unknown if the fall was intentional or accidental. Why do I feel like my accent and way of language is making this sound incredibly disrespectful? I'm actually going to go to hell.
More details are coming out about this as I'm editing this video. Dude, it's so heartbreaking. Apparently Liam was acting erratically before his death, reportedly smashed a laptop before getting carried back up to his room, and CNN was told by the police that personnel from like a local police station attended after a call about an aggressive man who was possibly under the influence of drugs and alcohol. I'm gonna say that man allegedly may have been Liam. It's in an article, but I mean, you just never really know what reporters are going to stitch together. Before this information dropped, I was so confused. My friend told me about his Snapchat videos that I went and watched. He was regularly updating his stories this day. It starts with him having breakfast at 1 p.m. talking about going to ride horses and play polo. And then by 5:11 p.m. that same day, it's like 4 hours later, he's unfortunately passed away. I remember back in COVID, like watching some videos about him where he was talking about trying to overcome or I guess recover from substance abuse.
Where's rock bottom for me? And you would never have seen it. I'm very good at hiding it. No one would have ever have seen it. But rock bottom, I mean, I don't even know if I hit it yet.
Which is another thing that this article states. Payne had been struggling with alcohol and prescription drug addictions and revealed he had severe suicide thoughts. There's no date to this. I don't know if this is possibly linking back to the interview that I watched years ago. Also in these Snapchat videos, his girlfriend is staying at this hotel with him. There was a lot of conspiracy theories just start to jump out of nowhere. I don't even want to mention the ones that mention the girlfriend. I'm not an authority. I am literally on the other side of the world in Australia. I have nothing to do with this case. I couldn't imagine how heartbroken a loved one would be. Also being this close to the situation. Like, it's a little disrespectful to start randomly blaming someone when you have no clue what's going on. I do want to show a couple creepy things. Apparently his ex said that Payne had predicted his early death.
He would text my mom, "I'm not doing well, have Maya contact me," because I wouldn't respond. Like, for example, when I announced my book, he did the same thing. He called my mom, I think I'm not going to be around much longer. And I don't play with death. So I'm like, if you say this, I'm going to try and help you no matter what you've done. And I think he took advantage of my family's kindness. And I was like, if you want to go back to rehab, I'll help you.
Also have pictures like this coming onto the internet. Even before AI and modern technology, you would have been able to Photoshop this image with technology from like 10 years ago. I don't really know if I buy this, but It's the internet for you.
I did actually want to look up this hotel. Is that brutal? Like, if we hold our hands together and respectfully look it up. Like, I'm like 5 foot, and I don't know if it's because I am so short, but I really struggle with heights of things. I feel like even when I'm trying to be genuine, I sound like a sarcastic piece of shit. Oh, it is a beautiful little place.
A lot more photos are coming forward of the scene and also a whole bunch of fans gathering to pay their respects. Apparently the whole reason that he was in the country was to actually go and see a Niall Horan show a few days earlier.
I don't know if this video is going to reach my normal audience, but if it does, you know me as like a 2010 emo kid metalhead, so you're probably like, what? Why are you speaking about One Direction? But my like childhood best friend, we've known each other for something like 16 years now at this point. When you see those memes floating around the internet about like the emo kid and the blondie, like we are complete opposite friends, but One Direction was one thing that we kind of bonded over when we were kids. And I felt like sad inside, like a piece of my childhood just died, because way back when like we first discovered One Direction, Liam was her favorite for a little bit back when we were little wee tots. When I saw her message, I didn't even reply to her straight away. I really am one of those friends whose brain just goes everywhere, but I jumped straight onto the internet to search it up because I was like, I hope that this is not intentional.
The heartbreak keeps stacking up on this. Some people may forget that he has his son, Bear, who was born in 2017. The mother is Cheryl Cole. Now this little boy is only 7 years old.
So when I saw that he had fallen from a balcony, as I was saying, the very first thing that popped into my mind was, I hope that the amount of internet hate hasn't caused this, and I don't want to speculate, but one of the things that I was going to talk about this video before this tragedy happened was his ex finally opening up about the book that she wrote was actually based on him and all these different things. I don't really know if this is the right video to talk about this, but if more information comes out and enough time has passed, I can make a full video.
At the time of exporting this, none of the other former members have made a single comment on this death. They would probably be 10 times more shocked than any of us.
You guys know me, you know on my channel that I'm like, yes, it is important to talk about things that are going on, but I don't think it's important to encourage hate and cancel culture. I think if we talk about things, we should talk about them in an educated and calm way so that we can help people become more self-aware of their actions and possibly lead by example a little bit and help people figure out what we actually expect of them. Because when I was catching up on other people's drama videos that they had made about him, I was like, I do kind of still feel bad for this guy. Like, if you are familiar with the current drama going around with him, I'm not saying that anything that has been said allegedly is okay for people to do or to treat other people, but I don't think two wrongs ever make a right. His unfortunate passing could have absolutely nothing to do with the internet drama. It could have been completely accidental. It might not have been intentional at all. I think we take away a lot of our humanity towards celebrities because of the parasocial connection that we have with them. And no matter how much we know about a celebrity, how many videos we watch, we will never know what it's like to sit in a room with them for a week straight and learn who they actually are as a person. Not making excuses, it's just that ideology. And I think that alone is why I also believe that we shouldn't be making these hugely hateful and definitive videos on people that are in the public eye. I don't know the last time where I saw someone that was currently getting a lot of hate and a form of cancellation on the internet who then a few days later passed away. I hope that we're respectful, because any human that dies, that's so sad. But then I'm also in that boat of, are we about to see a whole bunch of people that cancelled this guy and said, we hate you, you're the worst, start crying on the internet? Now I'm like kind of hoping the internet bands together and we see very respectful posts remembering him for like good things, as we should do as humans when people pass. I've gone so deep into that hole. I would be interesting to see what you think about the cancel culture going around. Again, it hasn't been ruled that this was intentional or accidental. We just know that he fell from a balcony. Let me know what you think respectfully. Be kind to each other. Whether this was an accident or not, it's a good reminder to check in on people. One day we may say one thing and the next day we may not have a chance to change our narrative. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the new subscribers.